loved it so much, and I hated how it ended.
Alright, now give me your character introductions, everyone.
So we're gonna go ahead with character introductions. That what you just said?
Yeah, let's just because I'm assuming we want to do a pre-made party already that you guys known each other from 1 through 5.
That could be fine with me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, this is Mickey. Mickey Leroy John Kahns. He is a 7'6" barbarian. He's got tribal tattoos all over his shoulders. He's got one scratch right across where the orc tried to get him, and he said, "Stop."
Well,
And he carries a great axe. Two-handed weapon. Ah!
that was amazing.
And all he wears is a loincloth.
Oh dear God!
All he needs.
Just the loincloth.
God
For the
damn.
ladies.
No. Oh, Lord.
Someone help me.
Please.
Who wants to follow that?
I will go second.
I feel like Roby's the only one that can follow that.
See, my character is a bard. However, most bards usually partake in music, theatrics, and other types of singing. Mine likes to perform in the art of theatrical combat. And so, what you see is not a very tall, about 5'6" Asimar, who is wearing a green luchador mask that looks like it would almost be the head of a dragon. And he's wearing breastplate armor as a college of valor bard. His name is Gade Dragon, which, if you happen to know your Spanish, I think if Google Translate is be nice to me means dragon claw, so a little bit of fun fact for you on that one.
I was about to say, is it Spanish? Because you rolled your R's so well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I've been practicing that for 2 weeks.
That's dedication, folks.
Behind the kayfabe, his first name is Chris. I don't think he would be willing to share much else after that, and he is a protector Asimar of the Raven Queen. And let's just say, well, when he's adventuring, there's not really an audience, so he practices a lot of different ideas, a lot of different characters. So you might see him use some minor illusion to help get him into a different set of kayfabe. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
I dig it.
Is it just the three of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, for right now, unfortunately.
God damn.
I count as 2, technically.
That's true. Y'all have enough personality for at least.
I mean, his personality is so huge that it's eclipsing the Earth. You can literally see it.
That is true.
I'm just waiting for you guys to do a background too, so.
If I could find it out, I would.
Oh, Lordy.
You know, sometimes I just want to be, just want to be out with nature and just out with the beach.
Okay, I have a background. There you go.
Just with the corona.
I can't get some of those spells in here.
Uh,
Alright, so, God damn. I go by Fuego. I am a fire genocide warlock. Fiery red hair. I talk in a little bit of a Spanish flair.
my ancestors would be proud of all you guys.
I was about to say, at the very least, the idea for my character is that he grew up north and the whole theatrical combat league didn't think he would be big money, so he went to another place to learn, which is why he has the name, but cannot do the accent entirely. So mine's like, I'm adopting a piece of it because I'm trying to put on a show. I at least wrote a reason for why I have that name, but am white as a piece of paper.
All right. Well,
Fun fact, I used to be a lot less tan.
okay. This is 5 years of tanning in Florida.
For me, this is like 7.
I grew up here, so it doesn't help.
I used to be so pale that teachers would send me to the nurse's office being like, he looks so white, he has to be 6. And my parents would be like, did he throw up, though? If he threw up, he can go home. If not, stick him back in class.
But did he die? Did he die?
And
Either my backup character for Jedi is going to basically be like Dad Barian, that's going to be like his whole shtick, that is going to be a phrase that he says quite often.
I'm currently working on my TAM, so hopefully I'll get there.
I mean, if you need help, it looks like I left my weights in the back, so.
Oh, I've got some resistance bands around here somewhere. I could just wrap it around the tree and.
Oh, resistance. Hold on. I have Darth Vader over there. I have the Mandalorian. I don't have the resistance. I'm sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Like the resistance.
Because I've never seen Star Wars.
Oh my god.
You never seen what?
Star Wars.
I keep forgetting that. Why are we friends?
Because literally, Peter, no one else will be your friend.
Yeah.
Why do I ask that question every time?
This is
Travis,
why.
you have no idea how right you are.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
I love you, Peter. Please don't leave me. I love you, hon.
And in this episode, we learn how to kill a barbarian.
Oh, good.
A lightning strike from the gods.
The Raven Queen has spoken.
Well, this is going to be interesting because I think this is the first time in a gift from Zoom.
Thank you for choosing Zoom.
Apparently, we only have 40 minutes left.
I was just told we had unlimited minutes.
Well, I don't know.
I've had people use Zoom that told me they had minutes too.
Well, if we have to pause, exit, and then re-enter.
Every hour. So it's only been 7 minutes. So like every 47 minutes, we gotta go and do this again.
Didn't we start this though at 5:50?
Oh yeah, probably. I think it's maybe an hour of recording. Oh, an hour of Zoom time, which is really odd, but okay. I don't know how teachers do it then when they was Zoom call their 7,000 students.
Zoom knows that the fact that there are some people who will stretch out a meeting an extra 30 minutes simply because they didn't get to say their 2 bits on one small factor. Thus making a meeting that should have been an email a 3-hour-long half of your workday, even though it should have been a 15-minute, check-in. Don't turn track talk into your shift.
Oh my god. All right, so let's get going on this. We'll say that you fine adventurers are going to a lovely and quaint town known as Peach Town. We're going to just be simple with it, Peach Town. You're coming here because it's literally the next town over that you guys are, traveling to land, saving people, doing adventuring things. And, you just got done with a current quest from Peach Town, which was kind of like a bounty hunter quest. Travis has the bounty hunter or the captured person over his shoulders, carrying him, hog-tied and everything. And we'll say the local sheriff asked you guys to bring this fugitive because he was wanted for murder. He murdered the mayor's nephew, who was a spoiled brat. I said was because he got murdered. He wasn't very liked because he was douche, but murder is murder regardless of how douchey you were. This guy put up a little fight for you guys, made you go on a 3-day travel. He was always one step ahead of you, but he got a little too cocky and just, had that bad luck and slipped and fell, and you guys were able to knock him unconscious while killing his band of goblins that he hired to protect him. So you guys are on your way back to Peachtown. And as you guys know, Peachtown is known for its peaches. Ooh. Yeah, we'll make it as simple and easy.
As we're walking up, I'm just going to tell everyone, okay, now, we caught him valiantly, and we caught him using our brute strength. We don't mention the part where he tripped and fell, okay?
One part. It's a coward's move.
Huh?
It's a coward's move.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm a storyteller, okay? I take the bits that I like.
As you guys, we'll give you guys a mile to roleplay, but you guys can see Peachtown in the distance. It is not a fortified town at all. It's very open. You can walk in and out of it from any point through the town. It does mainly surround itself by trees of peaches. So its walls are like peach trees all around it. As every house that has a peach farm next to it is kind of the watcher. There's little spots here and there you can keep watch. But other than that, you can simply just walk through a peach little farm area and just go into town, or take the main road to go into town. I'll give you guys a mile to just talk and roleplay if you like.
Fucking hate this town.
I think it's quite peachy.
There's nothing but pussy fruit all over the place. Need some goddamn meat.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can find you something when we get on in.
I'm starving.
You are always starving.
Yes, because I'm big. Muscle.
Right, that's what we'll call it.
I can't tell if you've got your arm on something or you're just.
He's carrying the jerkwad that we were sent off to go get.
I got you.
I know after getting punched in the face like that from a 6'7" brute such as yourself over here, it's kind of hard to remember him every once in a while.
Yeah. It was a mighty punch that you received.
That was a good right hook.
Don't worry. Tap my great axe on the back. I got your back.
Thank you, Nigel.
Anyways, who's this jerkwad we gotta turn this into?
I figure if they don't have a town sheriff, just bring him to the mayor since he killed his nephew. I'm pretty sure they're going to have somewhere that they can bring him up to. At the very least, a stockade.
I hope we get good money for this. By the way, I can't read. How much are we getting paid?
I pull up a paper that's blank and I'm just scribbling on it. It looks like about 50 gold.
Puny.
Does that even sound remotely correct, Mr. DM?
Sure. It's just funny to see Travis and imagine him as a Goliath on the fucking beach. Just walking. Don't mind us. I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
I've heard it when you were in space.
Travis, if you haven't seen Star Wars, you're not allowed to laugh at that.
No, I can fucking laugh at anything I want to.
I have a slight feeling he knows the meme.
Yeah.
Don't need to get all hot-headed over there, Mr. Warlock.
Alright, so the mile goes fairly quick as you guys are chatting and laughing, and just admiring that a job well done. It was one of your easiest jobs you guys done so far. Besides saving villages, slaying necromancers or hordes of goblins, this was probably the easiest job, the most annoying job you've done, but the easiest.
Fucking goblins.
As you guys get into town, the guards welcome you and kind of like clap that you guys found the murderer of the mayor's nephew, and they will escort you to the mayor. As you get there, a lot of people are looking at you, clapping, cheering, that justice has been served. If you guys you also notice that while you guys were gone, they were actually setting up for a festival. It is known as the Food Festival of the Summer Rains.
Since it's the food festival and not the peach festival, we might be able to get you some good meat in here, buddy.
Could use me some good lamb right now.
So let's have Brophy's character do a history check.
History check.
Yeah.
Skills. That's an 8.
All right. I'll give you advantage on this since let's say you were in this town for at least a week.
Not 20.
Okay.
Which becomes a 21.
Much better. As you were in this town and everything, you kind of read your books beforehand of coming here. You remember that this festival is all about food. That a lot of this town is very competitive when it comes to this day of celebration, which is mainly a week celebration, as in all the bakers, cooks, whether you're poor, rich, or noble, has to the end of the week to prepare a dish that is so fine. And what they do is some of the arcanists will go up into the actual clouds and atmosphere and cause the clouds to rain down special ingredients. This is kind of like, think of it as like flavored water in a sense. That
Please let it be turkey.
Just put it in stock and gravy into the clouds so that way it rains.
Not a lot of people know what they get because a lot of people at the time will just leave buckets out on the roof wherever they can, and they will stay up all night collecting this ingredients because it works well as a flavor to what you're making. So if you're making turkey and you need a little spice, you just have it cook in that water, and you'll get that nice little spicy flavor. And when you collect enough amount of water, as long as one drop of whatever flavor you get, it will transform the whole bucket into the flavor. And it'll let you know what you get at the end of the day. So some people actually sell their buckets to make profit. And whoever wins, their dish will go to the king and queen of the land. So that will further their either reputation, further their goal. They'll be able to give a chance to cook the king and queen.
So if you have a bucket that's like 100 liters of, I know that's not realistic, but say it's 2 liters of pork, and then you get a drop of chicken, does it turn it all into chicken?
No, unfortunately, still pork.
Okay, the way you made it sounded like whatever was the last drop.
Sorry, whatever the first drop is.
Okay, whatever the first drop is.
Yeah. So you see a lot of people starting to put, because it's about to happen, it's a day from now that the week starts. So we're near the beginning of it.
Yeah,
you guys hear the beginning of it. So it has a lot of cups. Some people are wearing like buckets as hats, so they're not gonna be caught unprepared because they know it's coming. They just don't know when because they're gonna
And you
always
want to
do
get that. You want to have that first drop be good.
correct. There always is a golden drop, which is golden drop is what people fight over. Some will tell you that people have died over for this golden drop, and they don't know when it happens, whether it's in the beginning of the week, is it the first or last drop. It can happen whenever throughout the week. It's just some people need that keen eye for it. So you will notice as you guys are coming back in town and walking over to the mayor, you notice a lot more adventurers have arrived in this town, and they're all walking with some merchants, some bakers, some paladins are helping some of the poor win this competition because they want the underdog to rise up and win.
Sounds like people can be bought to help out with the best drop.
True that. Even if you get the best drop, you don't have to use it. You can simply sell it, and that's what some people have done in the past. They simply got that golden drop and then just sold it. You even get poor people who will just have one cup and just fill it up and sell it. They're not cooking. They don't want to compete in it. They just want the gold. So you guys get to the mayor after you're knowing all this like decorations pulling up and celebrations. And the mayor.
I'm pretty sure singing is making it a little bit easier for us to understand. Like, okay, that's what that means. Okay, that's what that means.
Yeah. So as you guys are walking, you're putting up pieces in together and all the information you figured out beforehand. And as you guys are getting to him, you get to the mayor, and he goes, "Oh, well, thank you, sirs. That's so kind.
Where do you want us to bring them?
We have a stockade in the basement. You can bring him out.
In the basement?
Yes. Oh, well, sorry, that's cellar.
Okay.
Now follow me." He hops on over. And this mayor.
Barbarians first.
To just let you guys know, this mayor looks 100% like King Candy.
I was picking up a Mad Hatter from the cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland.
Well, to be fair, he does pull a lot from that. Alan Tudyk used that inspiration.
Let's go with both. He looks like a mixture of Mad Hatter and King Candy.
So it's Ed Wynn fused with Alan Tudyk. I would watch that movie.
Good. Let's continue. He will pull out his key from his jacket, and he pulls out the key from his jacket, and opens up the cellar. As you guys follow him into the cellar, it goes down, and then it curves away from the house. So he's not actually living above the imprisoned murderers and rapists and all that jazz. So
Do
you guys,
all the important houses have a link to this catacomb area down here?
he will say. Do you say that out loud? Or,
Yeah, I'm like, this is a lot for a cellar.
oh no, just me and the guards.
Okay.
This used to be a sex dungeon, but I turned it into a cell.
A what dungeon?
A sex dungeon.
The fuck is that?
I thought I never had sex with anyone.
What I'm hearing, the small one, is fuck dungeon.
No,
Is
that's
it a dungeon where people like sex and stuff?
that's inappropriate. We can't say fuck dungeon out loud. The kids were here.
You just did. You called this a fucking dungeon.
No, I'm saying we can't say it out loud. This is a sex dungeon.
A flex.
Yes, a flex dungeon. This is meant for people to show off their amazing muscles. You'd be great down here. But I have a slight feeling that it's not up to code at the moment, and we wouldn't want to try and lower our standards.
What the fuck did you find this guy?
I honestly can't remember myself.
Okay, well, let's keep walking. Hey, that's 5 voices I have now. That's 5 voices.
I love this so much. I can't even stand it. I'm having so much fun just listening to the three of you.
So as you guys are walking, what Travis's character said is, or what you said, Brophy, about flexing and everything. There are actually cells where people actually are working out, because what else are you gonna do? But there's also people who are getting whipped
You don't
shirtless.
know. You don't know how close I was to just dropping the guy and flexing before he said, "But it's not up to code."
And you
You didn't even have to roll persuasion.
you could see there's quite a bit of people in here. There are no lights. There's candles and torches here and there, but most of the time, people are in darkness. There is when it does boop, you go for about 60 feet, another door, and then you get into the big place with all the cells. It kind of looks like a juvenile hall cell center, where they have one big open meeting area, and then off to the sides are the actual cells. There's about 6, 7 guards here, fully armed and everything. These guards are actually full orcs, with some little goblins who are the secretaries. The mayor was just looking at you guys like, don't worry about my guards. You've been down there, orcs and goblins. I pay them quite well. Because
I just look at the bard and I go, "What language is he saying? Can't understand a fucking word he's saying."
I'm right fucking here.
Don't worry, buddy. It's common. I can understand them.
Can you translate?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay, anyway. You can just hand him over to one of my guys, and then we can
Can you please drop the murderer off to one of the lovely orcs over there? They'll take care of him for us.
Okay. And then I walk over to the orcs, and then I drop him on the ground, and I point to it and go, "It's yours." And I walk back.
You see, the smallest, goblin, even smaller than you, just goes up there with his little baton and just gives him a good whacking.
I turn to the mayor and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to work on his soft skills. It's a work in progress.
There's a soft skill on him? I mean, he looks dumb as bricks.
I think you're a little lucky that he can't understand what you're saying at the moment, so we're
What?
just gonna
What do
continue.
you mean he can't understand me? Anyone can understand me.
I can understand you fine. He. Like I said, it's a work in progress.
But anyway, I guess let's go back to my house and we could discuss your payment.
Of course.
Okay. No.
What did he say?
We're gonna go discuss payment.
Okay. I like payment.
I'm just being really quiet and stealthy.
Can I get your names again because I forgot to write them down.
Yeah, I forgot to write yours down as well.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I'm not gonna
Mine's
write with them.
Mine's
Huh?
Fuego.
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 Getting up the whiteboard.
It's fire in Spanish.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
You guys can either call me Chris or Gara, because he'll respond to either one. It's basically, do you want to call him by his real name or his stage name? He doesn't care at this point.
Gara is a stage name.
Well, yeah, it's Gara de Dragon, which is Dragon Claw.
Got it.
Sorry, Peter, I'm not going to be able to roll my R every time.
So Miki doesn't understand that, so he just refers to you as G.
That's fine with me.
G-Unit?
And he can't really pronounce your name, so he goes with F.
That seems reasonable.
But here's the thing. He heard Fuego and got F. He heard Gara and got G. We're working on the alphabet. It's a work in progress. I, for one, take small victories.
And then this character is Miki.
Yes.
but his full name is Mickey Leroy Jenkins. Off of the World of Warcraft.
You
Leroy.
can literally say your own name, but you can't say anyone else's.
I can say mine. Mine's fucking important. In the world of Mickey, his name's important.
Here's the thing. He's lived his whole life trying to get Mickey Leroy Jenkins. He's probably been with Fuego and Gara for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, small victories. You take the small victories where you can get them.
Every month, I learn a letter.
Oh, dear God.
The first month, I didn't even call them by their name. I just called them by magic key and instrument.
Your typical barbarian, folks.
And I had to tell him G because I had to sell the bagpipes so I can get the shield.
Oh, this is gonna be the longest 3 hours of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the tangents.
That's
You're
fine.
right.
So you guys will walk up to the mayor's house, and there he will present you with some crumpets, cookies, and condiments.
Are there women here?
I mean, I do have a wife and daughter, so yes.
It's weird you offer.
We'll
Penis
find
wrapping.
something else. We'll find something else.
Cookies, crumpets, and condiments. What's wrong with that? The CC should be a good caterer. Why is he laughing?
Mickey, just have some cookies for the moment.
Cookies! And he goes over, and then he just takes a bunch of cookies and goes.
I hold up one, and I'm like, "You're gonna pause now." And I go back to having the conversation with the mayor.
That was so disgusting. But anyways, let's talk about payment. Yeah, I think a good payment for this, since you guys did take almost a week to come back, but with traveling expenses, and whatnot, I think a good 200 gold total should be enough to cover your expenses.
That seems fair. That would be more than enough for the three of us combined, and then some party funds. So I'm happy with that.
Seems very, very good. Very good.
What did he
Do
say?
you know? So remember how I told you we were expecting a certain amount of gold beforehand?
Yes, shiny, yes.
Yes. You're going to be getting your shiny, so we're going to be divvying that up. And don't worry, I am good with the maths.
How many shiny?
You're going to be getting your 50 gold. Don't worry.
Yes, he should definitely get 50 gold.
Well, I figured 50 for you, 50 for me, 50 for him, and then 50 for party funds in case we need to do something. Two more. No. Yep, whole hand. It's a whole hand. Okay.
Me rich.
Yes, you rich. By the way, Mayor, do you know someplace where I can get some good ale?
You know what? I think I need to reconsider those answers I hired.
Lots of good ale.
Yes, you can get some ale at a Teapot Tinkery store.
Okay, perfect.
Why is he laughing too? I don't understand what's so funny.
I have a slight feeling having to carry our bounty across the way. I think he's just gone a little loopy. I think he just needs a little bit of
Meat.
that could be one.
But the Teapot Tinkery store definitely has meat.
That's probably what I head to next.
I heard meat. Yes.
Okay, let me say right here, I'll come deliver your gold. Give me 1 second. Go off.
Where'd he go?
He's going to go get the shinies.
Oh, yes. Can I have cookie?
In about
Yes, you are very good.
Thank you.
I want to go home.
I didn't know that this is how I was supposed to play a barbarian, Goliath. I had no idea.
There's no such thing as one way to play a Goliath.
This is true.
There's actually no such thing as one way to play a class, because this is not how I was expecting to play the bard.
So funny enough, I am actually a Goliath barbarian in our other game, so I don't act anything like that.
No, you're a lot
Well-
more proper.
Well, and if you watch the first campaign in Critical Role, one of them plays a Goliath barbarian who's also very different from Miki. So and they actually have you'll get to see one later on in campaign 2 that's even completely different from that. So again, just because you have the same race and class doesn't mean it's the same character.
Right.
I think that's one of the lovely things we love about Dungeons and Dragons is that even though one person made this like a class so popular, everyone who like kind of like not like copies it but picks the same thing will always play it differently.
And that's why I really wanted to play the Gladiator Bard, because I feel like that's one I don't see.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's just so many cool things you can do with all the different classes.
Yeah.
There's a million ways you can play every class, and no two characters will ever be the same.
So true.
So
If
as
you let your magic.
as you guys are, kind of reminiscing, looking at this nice little hat, what's this nice and everything, he'll come back with a nice little chest size envelope. He'll open it like, I present to you your 200 gold.
Calm, my friend. Calm, my friend. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Perfect. You may also take some cookies, some crumpets, and some condiments with you as well.
Nerd cookies.
There's
Yes.
still some on the table.
Here, I'll put them on the plate for him, and then see. Now you hold, and we can go. And you can have those when we leave the house.
I would like my plate.
Oh yes, yes.
Mickey was
Now-
already in the process of stacking the cookies on his forearms, and then just drops the plate.
I catch it.
No, I thank you. I was about to stab a bitch.
I would not blame you as I hand the plate. I said, "Now, which way was to the oh my god, what was the word that you said?
The meat place.
Oh, I said tiny teacup tinkery store.
Tinkery store. Thank you. Where will that be?
That is down the road to the left. Once you get past the Morning Moles, you get right to it.
Wonderful. Well, if you are in need of another job that needs to be completed, you are always welcome to contact us again. I'm pretty sure we're going to be enjoying the festivities for the time being.
Well, good. If you're able to, participate, you're more than welcome to. But if not, there is a bet going on who's going to win this year. And we all know who will most likely win again.
Win again. Does someone try to...
Oh yeah, he's been winning for the past 2 years now.
2 years? I thought that you said this thing was annually.
Oh, it is, but for 2 straight years, he's been winning.
Okay. How?
No one knows.
And who is this gentleman? Or lady?
It is a gentleman, and his name is Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
Dingleberg.
And his direct rival is the Tonners. So if you're looking to help the underdog, go to find the Tonners. If not, go for the Dinkelbergs.
Okay then. And you said that he's gotten this golden drop twice in a row?
Oh yes, he's somehow very good at predicting where it's going to land.
This sounds fishy.
Well, no, if it was fishy, that would be below us in a lake. This is coming up above us from the sky.
Okay, get the fuck out of my house now.
We very clearly overstayed our welcome. I open up the door and be like, come on, Miki. What's your... Oh, you can have your cookies.
I walk out with my chest a little bit more out. Just walking out. And then right after we've exited the door, I grab a handful and just stuff them down the throat.
The very last moment of you guys leaving, everyone but Mickey will hear fucking those dinosaurs. So
I tried to be polite. I tried. It's.
So where do you guys go off to?
Oh,
So are we off to the Tinkery store so we can get some food?
yes, that sounds like an excellent plan.
See if we can also get some health potions at the time as well. What do you have?
Cookie.
Oh yes. Catch.
Cookie.
That was my last one. You had all of them.
Gracias.
Oh! Mickey hungry and sad.
We'll go get you some food.
Food.
Well then let's go.
Yes. Yes.
So as you guys you follow the directions of the mayor, who actually hasn't actually gave you guys his name, but we're not going to worry about that.
No, I thought he did. I'm sorry. I thought he said he was the mayor, and then I thought you gave a name afterwards.
We'll call him Candy Hat.
Well, and also I have a slight feeling he'd be the one that gave us the job in the first place.
Yeah. So as you guys, walk past the Morning Moles. You both know that the Morning Moles is a brothel. Hence why it's called a Morning Moles.
So, the mayor shall be known as Shiny Man.
And a few buildings down, you get to the end, which is a very colorful peach colored inn with their little teacup sign that says their name, and there's peaches pouring into the little teacup. It's kind of like one of those LED signs where that lights up and then the peaches falls into the teacup.
I'm sorry, you said a peach falls into the teacup. That's what the sign is.
Yeah. So it has the name of it, in bright lights, and then the LED lights that you see, someone's spitting. You see the spit just travel from one light to the next, and then hit someone. This would be just from the teacup to the actual cup of a peach going doot 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 doot, falling into the cup. So you guys are right outside this building.
All right. Well, looks like we found our spot.
Let us enter.
Yep. Let's go.
As you guys enter, it's a very lively place. There's music playing. There's people talking. A couple tables are discussing their plans to get the water and whether they may be cooking. You see off in a corner a VIP section that has about 2 dwarves as bodyguards, and above them is a sign that says Dinkelberg. And over to the right on the opposite side is a little flyer with a little child holding up Turner's on the right hand side. Very less impressive than the Dinkelbergs. And straightforward, you got your typical inn. And there's a couple tables off in the corners that has a little sign that says reserved for any adventuring party. Because all adventuring parties go to the corners. And as you guys, walk in and kind of look around, one of the waitresses would come up to you guys and goes, "Well, hello, brave adventurers. How may I help you?"
We are here to get some food, and I was wondering. I asked about healing potions, and someone pointed me in this direction. Would you happen to have any?
Oh, yes. We are a one-stop shop for everything you need.
Wonderful.
Perfect. Well, here's the menu. You can gloss over that and take a look on what we have and what you need. My name is Samantha. If a gentleman named Olaf comes looking for me, I do not work here. Goodbye.
Strange place with napkins. I take the menu and I try and wipe off the cookies.
Well,
It
that tells you
is.
what type of food you can get.
It is a laminated napkin, so when you do it, you kind of scratch your own self because of the edge of the lamination.
Laminated napkin?
Don't mind him, his brain is a little frozen.
Hey,
Let it go.
When are we gonna get our next adventure into the unknown?
this is why I drink.
I'm gonna cast darkness and just go like into it myself and just fucking stay there.
So as
Uh-huh.
David casts darkness over his character, the darkness produces a sign that says "Stay
I'm
out."
literally casting darkness over me, and I'm just gonna like.
Oh, lighten up, my fiery friend.
Where did he go? I can't see you. I put my hand through the darkness.
You get a little slap on your wrist, and a little darkness hand comes out and goes, "No, no, no, no."
Why you?
Listen, let's just get ourselves a seat. We'll get ourselves some food, and then we can try to see if we can get ourselves some potions, and then we can see if we can find our next job.
Yes, Mickey tired.
Alright, so do you want to go into the corner on the left, closest to the Dinkelbergs, or the one to the right, closest to the Tanners?
Dinkelberg.
Nerds.
Dingleberg.
Alright. So you guys go there. It is closest to the music, closest to like the best view and everything. On this side is a lot more decorative and accommodating. There's actually a couch that you guys can sit on, and along this table in front of you guys, so you guys can relax and discuss your next plan of action. As you guys get there and sit down, the reserve for adventurers sign just disappears, and then a little bell appears in its place, and it says, "Ring me when needed."
Interesting. Ding.
No, oh, sorry, it's one of those like top bells that you just gotta like hit.
Oh, sorry. Ching.
As you hit it, out of nowhere, like when you blink, Spencer appears. Yes, I can help you.
Oh, sorry, just admiring the way this place is set up. I just quickly look over the menu and just order the table some meat, and then inquire about the healing potions again.
Oh yes, we have plenty of healing potions to stock up. Your adventure needs. They are all peach flavored.
Good. Tired of the standard witch's brew that I've been finding.
Oh yes, we're trying to be one above the rest.
All right.
Yes, you definitely seem to be.
Why, thank you. Darkness ball.
Oh, does it actually stay on you? I thought it was just like a little section that just stays from the dark.
This will stay on him.
I didn't really actually put it on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what can I get you, gentlemen?
Meat, potatoes, ale.
Like I said, I just said I would order the table some meat and then inquire about the potions.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. How would you like your meat cooked?
On the grill.
Maybe you want some seasoning or just plain old meat?
Just bear in mind, Ham, that was his attempt at a joke. Just don't use him for the cooking. Yes, seasoned, medium rare. Have fun with it.
Oh, perfect. In that case, we'll add some special peach flavor to it.
Give us your best.
And she
Peachy
doodles off.
Seasoned good.
So this we can give you guys a chance to talk a little more since you're actually now end to end.
I want to cast Detect Magic just to see if there's anything going on.
The whole place is magical. Every table, a lot of people in here are magical.
Indeed, we walked up to the table, a sign disappeared and a bell appeared, and we rung it and someone appeared in a second. Do you think there's magic here? Yeah, I think there's magic here.
It's weird.
More of the magic is heavily on the Dinkelberg side than the Tanner side. Except for on the Tanner side is a kid who's wearing a shirt and pants.
And a pink hat.
And a pink hat. His shirt and pants are glowing magical.
Can I try to listen in to like anything from the Dinkelberg like table to see if I can listen in on anything?
A perception check.
Don't have the skills memorized. That's an 11.
Unfortunately, it's too loud for you to hear anything.
I'll cast Unseen Servant to walk around and spy on things.
Okay. As you cast it and it starts to walk around, you will notice that some of the people at the table will see it and just look and like stop the conversation, since again there are other adventurers in here. You didn't cast it sneakily at all. Some tables won't care. They'll just kind of look at it and just like give it a face. One person will.
Fuego, this is the third time you tried it. Do you want to honestly think that just simply saying I'm going to cast Unseen Servant and while I can watch around the bar and think that no one's going to think that someone's listening on the conversations?
I was
What
listening in on our conversation.
is your AC,
I shall
David?
strike them.
Speak gibberish to throw them off.
Oh,
What is the Warlock's AC?
we say.
Fuego, what's your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
13.
13?
Yeah, since I don't have mage armor up yet.
Okay. One of the groups that sees your Unseen Servant, or had at least a magical barrier around them, grabs one of their potatoes on the table and just tosses it at the back of your head and just splatters on you.
Do I have a chance to react and try and grab the potato before it hits them?
Because it's food.
Sure. You know what? Go ahead and do a athletics check. Oh, acrobatics, whichever one. Not too picky on that.
Athletics 22.
You pull Davis' soul out of his body, and then you eat it. David's dead.
All right, well,
David.
guys, have a good week. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, you were able to grab the potato, most of it. So some of the goop did get on David still, but you're able to just get the main force of it.
And then I take the little bit that was on like your shoulder and I just pick it up.
And you hear the person who threw the potato, "Don't be a bitch and cast a spy. We all know it's here."
Well, clearly.
God, fucking new adventurers think they're all that and sneaky.
Because I am all that. Where are you, Poison Sky?
God, they got one of them dumb barbarians with them.
Oh, and I stand up and I start looking around.
Garth's trying his hard as not to start laughing at this.
As you stand up and everything, you see the person that flew the potato at David is standing on the table, about 4'2", green skin, pointy ears. He looks exactly like a goblin, and he has a great axe on his back as well.
I storm straight to him.
He hops down from the table and storms straight to you. The fuck you want, big boy?
I sort of give a thrust and my cock sort of just slaps his cheek.
You're gonna pelvic thrust him?
Yep.
Alright. Roll an attack?
Technically, would this be an unarmed strike?
It would have to be an unarmed strike.
Yes, but are you...
21.
Got a face full of dick. That's what he got.
So as you pelvic thrust him with that 21, he looks at you and headbutts your pelvic thrust as well.
So he takes 6 damage.
Bringing both you... You can make me a constitution save from being headbutted in the nuts to see if you fall to your knees.
23.
I'll be right back. I gotta put my dog out.
10-4. Oh yeah, he is biting your dresser.
He is what?
The dog. The dog was biting the dresser.
Gotcha.
So you take that lovely like 4 points of damage to your nuts. You'll still stand up, but you kind of like hit him back a little bit, knocking him into his original table. His party stands up as all the food just covers the barbarian. And they all just look at you. There's about 4 of them, all adventuring groups. And just look. You want to start a bar fight, punk?
Are you the one that called me dumb?
And the goblin just kind of wipes. No, I did, small fry. As he like wipes the food on his face as war paint.
It's such a shame that I have a dick that's bigger than you. And then I grab him, and then I pick him up, and I throw him into the table.
Initiatives?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself. This is the way to do it.
Someone insulted me. I don't know what dumb means, but I know I'm being insulted.
My pen go. Here's my pen.
Did you hear any of that, Michael?
I know we're in initiative.
Yeah. We're going into a bar fight.
What everyone get?
I got 16.
I got a 6.
12.
And then for them, you can just put like one of you guys, one of them, one of you guys, one of them, one of you guys, one of them. Gotta love a good fashioned bar fight.
They started it. Although they fed me, so it was a good thing.
All right, hold on. Let's say. And Palpatine, you will be there as well. Count Dooku,
Palpatine?
you'll be at there as well.
I think he's putting it on the board or putting it on the map.
Yeah, to make it kind of easy. So let's see. Palpatine would be a cleric. Dooku would be a fighter. That one would just be, let's say, a ranger. And then I need a small goblin. Should be right here. Yeah.
Hey guys, I will be right back dealing with an emergency.
10-4.
Rancor. I'm actually happy that we're like kind of like jumping right into the combat because I have a couple spells I have a couple of like the classics that like I've seen other bards use, but then I have others that I'm like I still need to use a spell.
Yeah.
It's okay. The background of everything is Eldrick playing the lute to his helmet. And it says,
yeah. I just imagine right now, Jedi, Xyleri, Yesley, and Balasar are just like currently just chilling out, and all of a sudden they're saying this, and I'm like, did he get another level of bard?
well, what's great is the title of it is the one shot.
Right.
Did everything good, Travis?
Well, my roommate is sort of missing,
Oh, that's not good.
so I'm dealing with that.
Well, let us know if you have to go.
I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. So,
We did one shot ever.
since you guys are in the corner, let's say they weren't that far from you guys. Travis is a bit away from you guys as he just say a surprise round. So go ahead and do your attack, your grapple actually, Travis.
Grapple is part of the attack action, correct?
Yeah. Well, it is its own separate action. So if you grapple him, you won't be able to attack him.
If I grapple him, I won't be able to attack him.
Correct, but you can grapple him if you want and then slam him down.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the power bomb. I taught you.
So I'm not raging, so there's no advantage. So we're looking at a 14.
Oh. Right, so you guys tied. So the tie goes to him, unfortunately. So as you go, what was that?
To who?
So whenever you make a grapple, it's against my athletics check. So you have to beat his athletics check. His athletics or acrobatics.
Is it beat or just meat?
Beat.
Okay.
I do believe it's beat.
I don't grapple often, so
Sure. If not, it's fine. I mean, we're gonna have some fun with it. So basically, the scene you guys are seeing right now is the scene Thanos put his hand on Captain America. So your Goliath friend is trying to grab this goblin with one hand, and he's just holding him with two hands, like no. So after that little surprise thing, who's the top of the initiative?
David.
All right.
Be Fuego at 16.
So I really don't have much of a melee. I'll produce Thunderclap inside this little bar.
All right, tell me what it does.
Pretty much everyone has to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Right. The create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed in a Constitution saving throw.
I'm
19.
That passes.
22.
That definitely passes.
So do we take no damage or do we take half damage?
Yeah, you don't take damage if you pass. It doesn't say anything about half damage. So that's good for us. What about the bad guys?
Oh, they're rolling.
What's the DC?
15.
Okay, so let's see. The bad guys succeeded on their passes. Everyone else in the bar, though,
Failed.
quite a bit of them are failing.
The only thing I hope for is that the staff make the save so that they can bring us our meat and potatoes.
I have a slight feeling we're not going to be getting that food now.
All right, David, roll your damage.
11.
11. All right. So as David casted it, most of most of the adventurers in here pass. They're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" But most of the average people though failed. So you see bodies dropping one after the other, just completely dead because David killed them. The commoners with like 4 HP. So David just wiped out all the commoners in this inn. The Tanners kind of like shield himself. You killed the father and the mother, Tanners.
Fuck 'em.
They protected their son. You killed the babysitter. Congratulations.
Good. She was terrible.
The Dinkelbergs all survived because they had magical armor and support on them. Most of the staff is dead. So yeah, you can basically committed mass murder. Who's next?
That would be the other group.
All right, the barbarian who's holding just kind of looks around and just goes, "What the fuck?" And he rages. So now he's gonna try to grapple you, Travis, and then toss you at David.
Okay.
All right, so I got a 22.
I rolled a natural 2.
So he this little goblin just like rages, just hulks out and everything, and just tosses this giant Goliath at David. So let's see if he can hit David. Well, he doesn't have proficiency tossing larger creatures. He misses David, but just destroys the table that you guys were using with Travis's body. And you see this goblin just hulking out, just steam is coming off of him. And just looking at you guys with that war paint of food. Don't eat the goblin.
That I'm an evil, chaotic evil.
Who's next?
That would be Travis, the barbarian, Miki.
He sort of takes his fingernails and then just scratches at his chest. And then he goes into a rage. And then goes up to the goblin and attempts to grapple.
All right.
And throw him into the table. 25.
I rolled a 2.
So he takes him by the head, he lifts him up, and then he smashes it into the plate of potatoes.
Oh!
For 8 unarmed strike damage, if that is anything.
Sure. The potatoes do kind of squish in his blow a little bit. But he just looks at you and is like, "Is that it?"
You should have heard what your mother said last night.
You realize we goblins reproduce really quickly. We don't even know our mothers, right? Do you not know the science behind this?
Do you know I have a bigger dick than your head?
Again, goblins produce at a faster rate like rabbits, and we don't even know our mothers. Oh God! So I'm assuming the barbarian only gets 1 attack.
No.
They should get 2 attacks, a little 5.
They get 2 attacks.
Alright, so are you gonna slam him down again, or are you gonna eat him?
Oh, I'm gonna smash his head into the fucking table again.
Alright, so you have to do control the grapple. Go ahead and roll your attack roll to hit him on the ground.
It's not great. 13.
Yeah, I mean you hit the ground, so go ahead and roll your damage.
It's unarmed strike, so it's 8 damage.
Alright, so he just you can see that blood is starting to like come off his head and everything.
Is that condiment I see coming from your nose?
No, just your future.
I spit in his face, and that ends my turn.
Alright, who's next?
It's back to the other troop.
Alright. Count Dooku is going to come behind Travis and then stab him. And he's going to pop all of his actions to do it. I got 2 17s. Do those hit?
Both hit.
And then does a 12 and a 10 hit?
12 and 10 do not hit.
Okay.
AC 15.
Okay. Alright, so you take 13 points of damage from 2 attacks from his longsword. That when he stabs you, heat erupts from it, so it's also fire damage as well.
Question. I have a resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay, so the slashing was 10, and the fire was 3.
So in total, okay, so I get back 5. Okay, great.
All right, so that'll be his turn. And then I do believe it's Brophy, your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Well, this is not how I planned to have this bar setup go.
I didn't either.
No. Is it possible I can healing word some of the staff?
They did. They are dead.
Like they're dead. They're dead. Like no chance.
Yeah, no chance.
Okay. We're gonna have to make a break for it at some point. So to start my turn, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast some bardic inspiration on Miki, and I'm going to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, I'm sending some bardic inspiration your way. Now smack that goblin like a slam jam." And
I love that so much.
and I'm going to ask the goblin what's his name.
Obed.
It doesn't matter what your name is. I'm going to cast Bane at first level.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he has to make a charisma check DC 14. If he fails, well, I'm going to do it if he fails.
he fails.
Let's see.
I
Whenever I
believe you
target
can choose three creatures.
I can choose up to 3 creatures. Sorry, I'm new to spells. Can I? Okay, thank you. So anyone who fails, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the attack, roll, or saving throw. Whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from an attack roll or saving throw. So basically, they have to take off a d4 for every attack and saving throw that they give. It is concentration. And Travis, just so you know, since I am the College of Valor, let me actually go to my Bardic Inspiration so I can read this correctly for you. You can actually use this as like to boost your AC on a reaction if you don't want to use it for an attack.
Okay, great. What is the die?
I believe level 5 it's a DA. I'm trying to find it on features and traits. Here we go, Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah,
Yeah, the die becomes a D8 at 5th level. Use one of those. Yeah, I can find it real quick. I will, that's going to end my turn. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can, find the, actual description for you.
All right. So that'll end your turn. That'll go to them,
Here we go.
which is going to be very interesting.
Here we go, at 3rd level. A creature that has a Bardic Inspiration die from you can roll that die and add the number rolled to a weapon damage roll it just made. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against the creature, it can use its reaction to roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC. So you can either increase your roll to hit, increase your damage, or increase your AC if you think you're taking too much.
Okay,
There we
great.
go.
All of these bonuses. So as it becomes the end of your turn, and you cast that to help out, and it looks like this fight can go on because there's many more adventurers who are wanting probably your warlock dead because you just mass murdered everyone in this inn who was a commoner. A bright light shines in the room, and all you guys hear is Cosmo, Wanda! And then after that bright light kind of takes over you guys' eyes and you start blinking, you guys reappear at the table, fully intact. Everyone around you is alive and hustling and bustling. The goblin is back there, and the waitress is like, "Can I help you guys? You're wrong. What kind of meat did you want?"
Yes, I will. Can we get some pork? Can we get? Do you have pork or chicken, or what do you have here?
Oh, we have all pork and chicken.
Give my Goliath friend here one of each, and the warlock and I will split one of each as well.
Perfect. I'll be right back. And she dawdles off.
Just before you head off, how much for those healing potions again?
Oh, they're about your standard rate, 50 gold if you want the lowest one, and then more.
I'll hand her 50 gold and be like, if you can just bring one over for us too, that'd be appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem. And she scurries off.
No one say a thing.
No, I just have a question. Does Miki remember
Do we recall that?
that he was in the middle of a fight and then something happened and now we're back to where we are?
You don't know if it's a dream, a memory, or hallucination.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's wish. Can I roll something to see if my character knows that?
Sure. Arcana, history.
Roll Arcana.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah, sure.
Arcana or what?
Arcana or history.
I'm not going to do that.
It's the same for both of me.
It'd be really funny if you did and passed.
I got a
13.
21.
Well, you know what? I might as well try. Natural 18.
Oh, okay.
Which becomes a what?
It's the natural 18. My intelligence is 10.
And you said you got 21?
See, you're acting like your barbarian has like an intelligence of like 5.
I am.
21 for me, Peter.
Okay. So collectively, you guys start talking to each other and everything. From what you magic users have been told to what the Goliath is actually charming in with something useful, you come together that it was indeed a wish spell that was cast upon.
Which does what?
Wish is basically the end-all, be-all spell, period. You can wish for anything, and it's up to the DM's discretion on how that wish is made. So you can say, when you're in the middle of a dragon fight, I wish the dragon was dead. And the DM's like, okay, fast forward in time, 40 years to when the dragon would die of natural causes. You can literally wish for anything, but it's a monkey's paw. You have to be very careful in how you word it.
Right.
Because it can be taken anyway. It's almost like trying to wish from a genie. Now, Waco, I understand that you can be a little jumpy at times.
I don't know what's going on.
This is true.
That's probably a good thing, though.
I felt like
So-
I was in a dream and
I'm a big fan of
And what happened in that dream, Mickey?
I was insulted.
You were insulted.
I was insulted.
And what did you do?
I attacked.
And how did it make you feel?
Great. Dominant.
And what happened?
I won.
Are you sure?
I was pummeling some.
But did you get to finish?
Miki
No.
don't remember, but I think I did.
Okay.
Miki not sure now.
Damn.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I think we're here to just have some food, maybe find our next job, and who knows, maybe we can help some people out.
Yes, I'm all about helping people.
Speaking of helping people, Shiny,
Yes. And I give him his portion of the gold.
Peter, would we have, DM question, would we have had, like I created this character on, D&D Beyond, and D&D Beyond gave me 97 gold for this 5th level character. Would I have already had that? because I would like to buy a potion as well, but I don't want to spend all of the money. Just in case.
Oh yeah, that
I
was,
mean, that's why I divvied it 50, so I can at least get one. And I figured if anything, Peter would dictate how much party funds
I
we
mean,
have.
I assume that we're not really going to be needing money after this tonight anyway. But I'm just making sure.
yeah. I mean, if you guys ask for like a relative, like reasonable amount of potions, I'll probably just say yes to it. But if you're asking, can I have 27 potions? No. If like, can I have 3 potions for myself and 3 and 3 for the others? Yeah, that's doable. I think that's fine. But like, if you're going for like, can we each have 10 potions? I'm like, no.
You can't Grinch this one, David.
I know. I wish I could.
Can I have one?
Yes.
Yes. We are asking.
So
asking for them to give it.
the amount of potions I would give you guys is 3 each. It can be the basic or it could be the one above it.
3 basic or 1?
Well, no, it could be 3 of the basic or just 3. I think it's moderate is the next one. Oh, greater. It's greater. So you can either get.
Are you saying that we already have on us, or that we're getting?
You're getting.
We are getting.
I mean, I gave money for the common.
Right.
That's fine. We can just say you guys already have. We'll give you guys 3 of the greater ones, and then you can buy whatever ones of the common you guys need.
Sure. If I already got 3 greater ones, I don't need any more.
It's 3d4
Well,
plus 4.
I'll take the one lesser just because I've already put that out into the ether.
Yeah.
Okay. I took the 3 powders of greater healing.
Perfect. A couple of minutes will go by. Actually, about let's say 15 or so, 10 actually, and Samantha will come back and deliver your food along with your
Cool.
potion.
During that 15 minutes of time, can I stealth around the bar and see if I can hear anything specifically around what's going on here in the town?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Dirty 20. I'm using D&D Beyond for everything tonight. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
It's great for one shots.
You're great for a 1 shot.
Oh, thank you.
All I have is 1 shot.
He is not throwing away his shot. He is not throwing away his shot.
Yeah, not throwing away
Shot. And he is not
So
throwing away
about 2, like as you kind of like stealth around, like you can see that at least 2 of the adventuring groups who are in here kind of like notice you, just like, what the fuck are you doing? But the rest goes uneventful. They don't notice you and everything.
I was about to say, once we got the food, I'm basically just going to make him be like, okay, save the spot, enjoy your food. I want to go talk to someone real quick, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good.
And
I want to go.
And then when you get up, I sort of lean back a little bit and I put both of my feet on where your seats are to reserve them. I pull the plate up and I eat it while you're gone. Just save your seat.
Perfect.
Well, I'm back now, but yes, so you're just saving his spot.
I wanted to go up and talk to Timmy Turner. Or Timmy Tanner. I don't know if you were.
All right. So, little Timmy Tanner is just with a sign that says, help the Timmy Tanner family win this year. Not a lot of people are going up to him. So,
I'll kind of like hang back and let him hear his pitch to one of the adventurers before I actually go up, just so I can like prep what I want to say to it.
all right. He'll hold it around, then he'll like read exactly what's on the back of it. You can assume his dad wrote it. He goes, Dinkabergs are evil. Dinkabergs cheat. Dinkabergs lie. Dinkabergs are bad. Help the Tanners so I can eat. And that's it.
Hello? Am I on?
Yeah, you can hear you.
Okay, there we go. Do you need help, kid?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. What? You guys are trying to win this festival this year?
Yes.
How do you know that the Dinkelbergs are cheating?
They are cheating because they are bad people.
Trust me, I can understand that. I can kind of smell it as soon as I walk in.
So can I.
I should have said this beforehand, but I was gonna grab my food from the table, and I'm like, "Did you get a chance to eat yet, buddy?"
No.
Here, I just handed him my food. I haven't touched it yet.
He looks around, he takes it, and he starts to eat it a little bit. As you kind of get closer to him and everything, you do notice that like his family's not behind him. They're actually gone. It's just like he was here this whole time before his family showed up.
So they were here and now they're not, or they were never here to begin with.
In your dream, or in the dream, they were there, but now they're not.
Okay.
You can probably assume that because of what your friend did, that he doesn't want his family here.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm trying to think of like how I want to phrase this so I can still be like.
Give me 1 second. I left the hose on. I gotta go turn it off.
Dude, what a twist.
and right now, Gara just simply sat back and went, "That guy. I need to be that guy's friend."
Oh man!
I was about to say before like the combat started, like I was gonna turn to Fuego and be like, "Do you not realize that we are not the only ones in this freaking bar that can do stuff? Like I understand you wanting to be evil. I understand you wanting to do some of this, this other stuff. I can see past that." But only one of us here is allowed to be stupid.
I really didn't know that Thunderclap would do that much. It's the first time I ever used it.
Read your spells. I'm gonna take a 103 real quick before he gets back.
Cool.
David, that was great.
That was amazing. I have 6 cantrips on this character.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 2 other first level spells that I can use at any time, much like a cantrip. And Warlock is a little bit different too, with spell slots and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize it until like a few minutes ago, actually. And I'm using the Pact of something I can't remember for Warlock, but it gives me 3 additional cantrips that I can use from any spell list. I've never been a Warlock, but I was always interested, and this makes me want to be a Warlock even more. So if I have another character die, I was going to use this one anyway, but I just made it a 5th level character for this particular night.
Yeah. I was trying to find the right combination of barbarian fighter, but I needed one more feat to make my thing work.
Right.
So he just wasn't at that level yet, so I was like, screw it. Just barbarian all the way.
Right.
I don't get to play dumb characters often.
Right. I don't play smart ones usually because I'm not smart. I can't do it.
You are a very intelligent human being.
So note to self, don't leave a hose on.
Yeah, don't leave the hose on.
I got distracted. Well, I got distracted with housework and then this, and so Becca went to go put out the table for food, and she's like, "You know the hose is on, right?" I was like, "Fuck."
How much you paying them?
What was that?
How much you paying them?
For the
Your
hose?
Your hose are just you just letting your hose run rampant.
Oh, okay. Haha.
Because that's expensive.
Dear Lord, this is not made for children. Okay, so sorry. Where did we last leave off?
I was trying to get on Timmy's side to see like what the plan was. Try and like at first I was trying to figure out like how the Dinkelbergs were bad to see like how much the kid knew, and to see like how much of it was, he was wary of our group. This was like half. I need to go hang out with this kid if he has wish on him, and the other half being I need to know what we're going up against if this is the side I want to take.
Well, if you want to talk to him a bit more, he will offer you to sit down in his booth. If you want to talk to him a little bit more privately.
I was about to say like I don't need to roll insight to tell, but like he was the one that did that and is keeping an eye on my two friends because of what happened earlier.
I mean, you do know he is looking at your warlock friend a lot more frequently.
Yeah.
Than what he did when you guys first entered. So yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know
Technically, I
either.
didn't do anything.
Gara just turns, stares right at the at Fuego and does this.
What?
That's sign language for bullshit.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know sign language, just promote it.
So make the horns.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
And he will say, "Step into my office." And he looks down with saddened that his office is literally just a booth.
Very professional.
So do you go and join him in his office?
Yes, I do.
As you both sit down, for the rest of the group, you do see that your companion is talking to this child, and he's eating food and everything. But to the bard, you are instantly transported somewhere else into another dimension room, and Timmy Tanner Turner is a much older young adult. And he goes, "Welcome."
Okay. I've seen a lot of tricks in my day. This is going to be one of the top.
And as you say that, his clothes kind of, the color of his clothes kind of mold off of him into two fairy-like creatures. He still has clothes on, but like the pigment of the colors kind of just comes off, and it's his two friends, Nanos and Wando. Like Cosmo and Wanda shows up.
Would you say they poofed in?
They did poof, and you can see poof.
As long as it's poof and not the dog.
He'll go, "I've been keeping an eye out of the ventures that come in every year, and your group seems to be the least corrupt."
That's funny considering I just killed everyone.
Except for...
Where is that freaking parrot?
I don't know. This is actually why I want to hire you guys to kill that parrot.
Okay, so trust me, you do not know how annoying birds can be in certain gladiatorial arenas. I am all for this.
Good, because I think he lives in Florida. In a house. So I'm pretty sure if we take a drive there, we can break in and give him a long lecture.
I'm pretty sure he'll parrot it back to us.
He'll go, "Yes, most adventurers here gets in the pocket of the Dingelbergs, so they try to trick us every year with adventurers willing to help us. But
Considering how the mayor was when we left his estate, I'm surprised that he would be using adventurers. It almost seems like people in this town don't like adventurers.
some do and some don't. The mayor likes to keep an impartial decision just because adventurers do bring in revenue when they buy our goods and wares. So
Pretty much right. Pretty much right.
he doesn't want to bite the gift horse in the mouth and like get the reputation where adventurers aren't welcomed. So he's trying to look out for the better good of the town.
Understandable.
That's what I'm assuming. I can hardly understand him. So
Oh, I heard him loud and clear. One thing I'm pretty sure you can attest to this as well. When you travel to many different places, you even realize that there are many different vernaculars, and as long as you can get about 70% of it, you can just fill the rest in. You're going to be safe most of the time.
I agree. So, would you like to help us?
Yes.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I can't really pay you or anything due to having to keep the appearance of a child.
Of course. The thing is, for me, that'll be pretty easy because I can get paid in spite and a good story to tell. My other two friends, I'm going to try to convince them on that one.
Well, this might help. So we don't know how exactly Dinkelberg is winning every year or even finding the golden drop every year. But a merchant came by last year and told us about this cave that has very lucrative ingredients. But it is guarded by multiple different monsters and creatures. And every adventurer who has gone there has died or never returned.
And so you think these ingredients somehow mixed into the clouds will produce the golden drop for you?
If not that, they may beat the golden drop of just natural flavors. Because all the drops from the sky are kind of have a arcane taste to it. Not much, but you can still slightly taste it if you know what you're like tasting for.
So this would be like trying to get au naturel ingredients versus store bought.
Correct.
I like that. I like that.
And
If we can't beat them at their own cheating game, we basically do something else that would beat them outright entirely, even if they did it fair.
correct. And since Peach Town, when you go farther out from us, not the way you guys came in, but farther ahead, we're greatly surrounded by forests and caves and monsters. So we normally don't venture out that far. So a lot of adventurers who do come here only stay a couple of days and then they will transport merchants to the next town. So that's why we can't really go out and do it ourselves. We're not really trained in the art of battle.
Of course. I don't know there. My intuition is correct. You seem to be a pretty powerful person yourself.
Very limited on what I can do. You see,
Understandable.
my two fairy friends here are actually my parents, my real parents. And I once was a mighty and powerful genie myself, but I was in the service of a very poor and disrespectful master who cursed me to life of a child. And unfortunately, genies can't undo their own magic that is based upon themselves. And if you go to another genie, they just laugh at you.
Gar is basically like using his eyes to like try to like follow that logic and be like, okay, no, yep, okay, see how that goes.
Well, it's kind of like breaking your own master lock that you put an AI unit into.
I see.
That your AI unit keeps outsmarting you, even though you built the damn thing.
Okay.
So with my help of my parents here, I'm able to do cast wish, but I'm usually can only cast it once every 3 days.
I hear wish is a very exhaustive and strenuous spell, so to see you in this form at the very least should at the very least attest to your abilities.
I can only be in this form when I'm in this room.
Still, it's a tiring spell.
It is. That's why we can only activate it once every 3 days, and if we wish to res the dead, as you may have noticed in your memory, we can only do it within a 5-minute time span. So our restrictions are even more limited than they once were.
Interesting. Forgive me, I'm just I love telling stories, so I love hearing as many sides as I can.
That's all good.
Okay, so we have this cave. We'll have some ingredients that might be able to allow you to beat the Dinkelbergs. Golden drop or no golden drop.
Correct.
Is there anything else in this cave that I can probably persuade my compatriots who don't know their own strengths?
Well, your big Goliath friend might be interested in a battle or the fight of his life. You can excite the cave to him.
Yeah, I have a slight feeling that's going to be very easy to convince him as well.
Your other friend, you can entice him with. There's rumored to be a magical item there that's been guarded by a creature for centuries, and no worthy travelers have gotten the item before.
I was just going to turn the side like this and be like, gee, a magical item that he doesn't know the incredible power of and probably use it for as soon as he finds it? What could go wrong? I like it.
Exactly. What could go wrong in a murderous warlock's hands?
Gar just has this 1,000-yard stare and it's just like, Raven Queen, give me strength.
So unfortunately, when you leave this place, this conversation in your head will be completely different. As in, you will be having this conversation with a younger version of me.
Still you?
Correct. You just won't know the information of me being a genie, these are my parents, and yada, stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
It's just a precaution measure because if for some reason someone was to type into your memory or kidnap you and you were to tell, it would cause people to come and hunt me and possibly kill my 2 human parents. They have been very kind and generous to me, so I would like to keep repaying their favor, even though they hire a terrible babysitter every time.
I'd offer to fix that, but I have a slight feeling anything that might replace it might just be worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so cave, awesome ingredients, possible magical item, possible awesome brawl, beat them at a spite.
Exactly.
I like it.
Perfect. If you don't have any more questions, I will return your spiritual body back to your body.
Is wish the only thing you can do?
Unfortunately, at this current moment, yes, since I just had to recently use it, I'm not much of a magic caster right now.
Alright.
You can thank your warlock friend for that.
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes I have to play the hand that I'm dealt, not the hand that I want.
You will do good in the long game of life.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, so then the fog will fill up the room and everything, and you'll just be right back into your body like normal. Again, the parts of him being a genie, you would just be like, yeah, I was born and raised here. It's a place where it's born and raised here. You know, it sucks being a kid. My mom and dad work hard, even though I don't actually know what my dad does for a living, or my mom. You know, the Timmy Tanner Turner mom.
I think it's even explained in the show that, like, at least his mom's a real estate agent and his dad's a pencil pusher.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The only reason why I remember that is because my mom is a real estate agent, so I was like, huh, that's interesting. But, like player to DM, like as I was walking up, I'm sitting here going like, that was Wish. That kid has something like special to him. That's the person I want to be friends with. Do I still have that inclination of like, he's technically BSing me, but like I can't pry more, or do I really think, oh, that's just a kid?
After the whole like talking to him and everything, you kind of just get the feeling like this is just a kid. He may have latent magical abilities that he doesn't even know about, so he might be cursed. So you get that more the feeling of this is probably a cursed kid with great power that he doesn't even know about.
Which the only reason why I'm saying this is because that would tell me being like, okay, this guy, make sure this guy is happy, and we will have no problems in this town.
Yeah, I would say you do get that feeling of not to make a enemy of this kid, but at the same time, if this kid has not done anything about the Dinkelbergs at this point, he's probably
I'm
not
just,
one to just go around hurting people.
I mean, as a theatrical combatant, it's all about politics: who you side with, who you rub elbows with, and who you rib.
And in real life.
Yep.
Oh, good. So we'll say that as your party members are, eating and everything, you kind of, get up and thank him. He thanks you for the food, and you walk back to your party.
I mean, I'll talk to Fuego first. Like, I'm gonna assume they're both here at the bar, but it's gonna be easier to convince Miki of being like, trust me, this is what we want to do. But Fuego, I have an idea. You there?
Yes.
Okay.
Your idea?
So, I don't know how, but that's definitely the side we want to be on. And the kid may not have an idea to beat the Dinkelbergs in this festival because it sounds like they have their hands in the pot. And like as I'm saying this, can I like look around to see like if anyone's listening in to this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, you see some other adventurers kind of just like keeping their ears and eyes out for anyone else who's keeping their ears and eyes out. But the main focus is using the noise of a fake conversation to drown out the real conversation. So normally, as you kind of look around, you see like party members. Two of them will have a real conversation about whatever, like known as a fake conversation, and then below that would be the real conversation, what their plan is.
So what I'm planning is that like he's back to the wall and like trying to like talk without moving his lips too much, while his Goliath friend is like kind of like front and center blocking them most of the time. So it's like using his height advantage to be like, okay, let's have a somewhat more private conversation here.
Yeah.
Can I use a deception check to like try to block out other?
Yeah, you can definitely go for it. I'm taking this.
I was thinking this is something we've probably done before, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like to have to like make like the wall,
Yeah.
so that way we can like discuss. And then I'm like, hey, you want to get Chinese? Let's go get Chinese.
I only had 11, so.
Okay. That's the phrase for me. That's when I rearrange my seating to try and beat.
Like I would just tap him on the shoulder and be like, Chinese discussion.
Yeah, I always take this moment as like the Naruto Chunin exam when they're all like trying to cheat.
Yes.
So this is where I'm getting
that was I like that song. That was a good one.
Thank you. You're
and then one of the plants was right in front of Naruto the whole session.
I mean, he did solve it.
Technically.
Technically, he did solve it. Yeah.
But yeah, Fuego, I can explain more. Obviously, I don't want to do that here, but there might be a way to, instead of beating them at this festival,
You can go
beat
ahead.
them another way. And that might involve heading out a little bit further than town than we were earlier, if you're up for another adventure. You might be even able to grab something that might make your patron happy. You still there?
Yes, I'm sorry, my wife's interrupting.
I
Evan. Yep. Get the fuck out. Goddamn mother-in-laws, you know? Sorry.
right,
I'm
so-
sorry, go ahead.
So, head a little bit farther out town, try a different tactic to beat them out of spite, and while we may not get rewards directly when we head out, we might be even able to grab some things that might make your patron happy. There might be some other items for you to might grab in that respect.
Any kind of deceit is fine. Maybe.
Well, and you know me, I'll do something for spite, for a copper piece. Miki, you want to get some coin? You want to get some shiny? You want to fight some people?
Yeah.
Big monsters? Big, strong, scary monsters?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we need. All right?
You
We're gonna head a little bit further out of town, and I'm gonna tell you what we're looking for as we're heading out of town, because I don't want to do it here, because I don't want anyone else to follow us. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
What do I do?
Well, let's finish our food. We'll get our potions, and we'll head out as soon as we're done.
Okay. And so you know, there's 3 additional plates of food that have sort of been stacked on top of each other because Miki has ordered more pork and chicken because he thought it was getting too cold. So you just have a mountain of meat.
We have all the meat.
I just stay in Celestial Raven Queen. Give me strength.
And then he just looks at you and goes, "You finished that?"
I know finished here. I'm gonna like make sure that like the tab is paid.
10-4.
So that we can get out of here as soon as possible.
Would this have been like a short rest?
We got all your spell back and everything.
We get all of our spells back.
Yeah, sorry, Becca ordered Taco Bell, so.
And do we get all of our health back?
Yes.
Sweet.
What health? I didn't get it.
I took 12 damage.
I took mashed potato damage.
Not really, because then I took it. So it was really just me that got hit.
Man, I've been practicing those bardic inspirations, and
Hey, it will come in handy very soon.
yeah.
Alright, so where you guys want to go from here? Straight to the cave?
Yeah, as soon as they're done, because I'm sitting here going like, I don't want this to get derailed anymore. I have a shot. Let's just go.
I'm willing to do so as well.
And it's like, I'm assuming we got our potions. We're not the type of people that need to get like arrows or other supplies or any other materials. Like we don't have like I mean, I don't think you would have spells that consume stuff when you use them, but I mean at the very least.
Most of what I have is cantrips.
Welcome to Warlock.
Yeah, I know. I'm really digging it. I'm really, really digging it.
Alright, let me go ahead and set up for a little bit.
Actually, I did want to grab one thing.
Yeah.
Can I grab a torch
Yeah.
from somewhere? I just want to make sure I have a torch.
Oh, you don't have dark vision?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.